I am Dr. Raja, a GP trainee based in the UK. Welcome to my channel. 10 months ago, I passed PLAB 2 exam. Fortunately for me, GMC registration took only 2 weeks. After that, I got a 3-month clinical attachment in a NHS hospital. After that, I started my first job as a junior doctor in the same hospital and in the same department. Now I have successfully entered into the GP training program, and from August 2021 I'll be working as a GP ST1. In my previous YouTube videos, I shared my secrets of success in PLAB 2 exam. Now in this video, I am going to give you useful advice about the things you should focus on after PLAB 2 exam if you want to progress quickly and reach your dream goal of becoming a specialist doctor in the UK. After PLAB 2, many doctors feel exhausted and then they get so relaxed that they just forget or ignore the important things which they must complete before their exam result is announced. So let's start and discuss these things one by one. The first and the most important thing is that your EPIC verification should be completed, ideally before your PLAB 2 exam. EPIC verification is electronic portfolio of international credentials, which is completed by ECFMG. ECFMG is Educational Commission for Foreign Medical Graduates. It is a US based company which has a system to check whether your documents such as basic medical qualification is genuine or not. So your EPIC verification of your medical diploma must have been completed before your PLAB 2 exam. If not, you must get it done before your exam result. Another important thing to note that if your EPIC verification was completed more than 1 year ago, then you will need to ask ECFMG to send a new report to the GMC, and you will have to pay a fee for this new report. Next important task is that once you pass PLAB 2, you can apply for GMC registration online right away. And a few days later, you will receive an email from the GMC asking for the required documents. So guys, start gathering the required evidence and documents needed for the GMC registration as quickly as possible, such as a good standing certificate and employment and job references. If the GMC requires any further evidence based on your application, they will ask from you, and the process goes on until they send you a confirmation that your registration has been approved. Another thing which you can do, that you can collect further evidence of your previous experience, like postgraduate experience from your own country. After PLAB 2, you can not only work as a junior doctor, but you can also take some senior roles up to ST3 level, non-training posts based on your previous experience. So if you have such an experience, start collecting evidence and references about that before applying for a job. Okay, so after you have gathered your documentation, your EPIC verification is completed, you need to prepare an excellent CV, because you will need to upload your CV on your job application profiles. Your CV should be comprehensive and impressive, reflecting all your skills and all your qualification, your talent. And there are many templates available online which you can use to prepare your personal CV. Okay, so now you have prepared your CV. Next step is set up an NHS Jobs account. NHS Jobs is a website, and you can apply for NHS Jobs from this platform. And for this, you need to make a NHS job profile. As a newly GMC registered doctors, it is always recommended that your first job should be in the NHS. So get information on how to apply for jobs in the NHS and make a profile on NHS Jobs. Register on this site, make your account, upload your profile, and then start applying for NHS Jobs right after your PLAB 2 exam result. And other useful platform to apply for jobs as a doctor in the UK is Track Jobs. So make an account on Track Jobs as well, because Track Jobs is also used by many trusts in the UK for the job application process. Some doctors, they cannot find jobs in the NHS immediately after their GMC registration, but this is very rare. But at least you should be prepared for such a scenario. So it is better to get in touch with some locum agencies which can arrange jobs for newly registered doctors, and start the process of registration with these locum agencies. There are many locum agencies. Some of them are Medix, NC Healthcare, and iMedix. So get registered with them and ask them what documents they need and what is the process of getting a job through a locum agency. So this was all about your registration and your profile, making accounts for NHS and Track Jobs. After that, you should be prepared for your job interview. So the next important thing to do is that you should learn interview questions, doctor's job interview questions, and the skills which you need for doctor's job. There are many free online resources, including YouTube videos, which you can use to learn doctor's job interview questions and interview skills. So please focus on this area as well. Next, or another thing which you can do, that you can start searching for a clinical attachment in any UK hospital. For example, if you are a newly qualified doctor from your country and you are not confident about yourself that you will be able to work under pressure in the NHS straight away. So if you want to get some NHS experience, start searching for clinical attachment. However, you shouldn't be too bothered if you couldn't manage one. Many people have not done attachments and have gotten jobs in the NHS straight away and are performing well. So there is nothing to worry about clinical attachment. Another useful advice is, which I personally found very beneficial for myself, that during your time after PLAB 2, you should read Asked to See Patient booklet. This is a very useful book for junior doctors, especially when they will be working as an on-call doctors and they will have the responsibility to manage patients. This book is written by Dr. Francis Bannell and Dr. Gillian Jackson, and this book tells you about almost all common day-to-day clinical situations which you will encounter and manage as a junior on-call doctor. Okay, now coming to the next stage, that you got your first job in the NHS and you have started working as a junior doctor. So what are the things which you should be doing during your job? First advice is that get familiarized about post-graduation pathways. Once you start your first job, start collecting information about post-graduation in the UK. Make an Oriel account. Oriel NHS site is where you can apply for multiple specialty training posts, including GP training. So make an account on Oriel. Then there are two options. Either you can start preparing for multi-speciality recruitment assessment test, which is MSRA, or alternatively you can start preparation for MRCP part 1. Please use your time well if you want to get into a training post as soon as possible. So making an Oriel account and then preparing for MSRA or MRCP part 1 is the best way to move forward. Another essential thing to complete during your first job as a junior doctor is ALS certification, which is Advanced Life Support. These courses are conducted by Resuscitation Council UK, and this is mandatory for all training posts. Booking slots are limited, and you may find a place after a few months. Book early and prepare for ALS certification, and during this 1 day or 2 day course you will cover almost all the important acute emergency situations and resuscitation process, and you will need this ALS certificate when you will apply for GP training and other specialty training posts. Next important thing is to get your CREST form signed. CREST form is a certificate of readiness to enter specialty training. This is a long, lengthy form in which you have to get your competencies signed from your consultant. During your job in the NHS, try to get it signed by your consultant, and you will need to upload your CREST form when applying for specialty training post. There are many things which I wished I knew before I started my first job in the NHS. One of these things is my awareness about e-portfolio, appraisals and revalidation. So when you start your first job, you need to sign up to one of the portfolios. Usually doctors use Joint Royal College of Physician Training Board portfolio, which is a JRC PTB portfolio. Some trusts use a Horus portfolio. So whichever you use, get familiar with this portfolio, because you will have to complete your mini-CACs, your directly observed procedures, case-based discussions, your PDP, your reflections, colleague feedback, multi-source feedback, and all these forms you will need to show to your appraiser for your first appraisal. You need annual appraisals, and after 5 years the GMC will revalidate your registration based on your appraisals. So give due importance to your portfolios. Get familiar. These electronic portfolios are a little bit complicated in the beginning, to difficult to understand, because these systems are not in use in our countries, and therefore we need to be very active. I would say we should be proactive to learning these new things and completing our e-portfolios. In my opinion, e-portfolio is the most important task which you should complete along the way. Many doctors don't pay attention to this, and then in the end of their rotation or placement, they find it difficult to get it completed. Your portfolio reflects your learning and progress, and based on your portfolio, you will have your annual appraisal done, and you will need 5 appraisal of you for your revalidation from the GMC after 5 years. So never ignore working on your portfolio. And in the end, most importantly, during all these things, take care of your physical and mental health. You will have to work hard, and you will need yourself in best condition at every step of your career progression. And this was all about for today's video. This uh, this is all these things are based on my personal experience, and the things which I found difficult to understand. So I thought it would be beneficial for other new doctors if I can give them some advice what they should be doing after PLAB 2. Thanks for watching my video, and if you think it is useful, like and share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for my new videos with useful content. Thank you very much and take care.